show you how to cook and saute beet greens. Now when you purchase most beets in your produce department, they're going to have long stems and leaves with them. And sometimes you'll buy them and they've already cut them off. And I have purchased them that way when I didn't really care about using the greens. But this time I did purchase the whole bundle of beets, really nice beets, and leaves. And so these are what I did with the beets. I already I roasted the beets, and I did do a video on roasted, and then I did pickle them. I've already done a video on pickling last year, but now I'm going to show you how I saute and cook the greens, because there's so much health benefits in not only beets and beet greens. And so the beet greens also have the stems, and instead of wasting them, if you're going to purchase the whole thing together, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to cook them and eat them as a side. They are so delicious and so healthy. So let's get started. Okay, here's an example of some really large beets and really good hearty beets that have some really good greens on the ends of them. Now, I've had these beets in my refrigerator for about a week, and they've stayed really good, but I want to make something before they wilt a lot. So this is the before, and then I'm going to show you what I do when I have some really large amount of greens that I need to use, because they're very nutritious. So let me show you. Or you're going to want to wash them, and then you're going to scrub them really, really well. You're going to wash any dirt that could be in these greens, and then you're going to scrub your actual beets. Here are your beets after they've been really, really washed thoroughly and scrubbed. And then I'm going to soak the greens for a while, and then after I'm done soaking them, I will rinse them 2 or 3 times. This is just some of what came out of the beet greens, all that dirt. And there was a lot more, but I just wanted to kind of show you why you have to rinse them really well, because there's a lot of soil that gets lodged in them. Okay, here are our beet greens all washed and our beets all scrubbed. So that's how you prepare your beets and your beet greens to cook them. I'm going to roast these beets in the oven. I do have a video where I show you how to roast beets. And here I'm going to cut these up and cook them as a side. Okay, so these red stems take longer to cook than the greens. So what you're going to do first of all is you're going to chop these stems into small pieces, about like this, maybe a ½ inch or an inch. And you're going to keep them separate from the leaves or the greens. And we're going to saute these stems about 2 or 3 minutes in olive oil first, and then we're going to add our greens, and those we're just going to cook until they get wilted, maybe a minute or 2. So I'm going to continue cutting the stems, and we're going to keep them separate from the leaves. Leaves that have thicker like stems on them, I'm going to cut the leaves off and use the thicker part also, and kind of cut those up like these. Okay, next you can just kind of bundle up your greens like this, and then just chop them however you want. You can see I'm kind of just chopping them probably like 1.5 inches. And even though I have washed these already, I'm going to put them back in a colander, and I'm going to rinse them again, just to make sure any dirt or soil that got lodged in gets out. So I did rinse these quite a bit, but now they're cut short, I'm going to rinse them again. Okay, so once you heat up your pan a little, you want to put probably about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm using a lemon olive oil. You can use regular, but this is really good. If you don't have a lemon olive oil, you're going to add some in the end, a little lemon juice. Now we're going to put our stems in. And I'm going to constantly stir these while I'm sauteing them for about 2 to 3 minutes. That way they cook and soften. You want them fork tender before you add your leaves. Okay, they're fork tender. Now on to the next. Okay, now I'm going to add some salt. And you can either get your own minced garlic, or you can put minced garlic that's already been minced. And that's what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to make this as simple as possible. And after you add your minced garlic, you'll kind of stir it around and then add your leaves. And now we're just going to saute these on low until they wilt. And this should be about 1 to 2 minutes. And then it's all going to be done, and that's it. And you can add a little more salt to taste if it needs more, and you can even add pepper if you want. So we're just going to cook these until they wilt a little more. Okay. Your beet greens have wilted, and this is exactly how you want them. Now you take them out, and you can add some lemon juice on it if you want, or you can just eat it like that and add a little pepper. Okay, everyone, these beets and beet greens are very high in nutrition, in vitamin A, C, they have calcium. They're just filled and loaded with nutrition. And now I'm going to have Jean do a taste test. Go ahead, Jean. They're still warm. How do you like them?
Pretty good. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would do a taste test, but I'm kind of been in the kitchen all day and I'm kind of burnt out, so I wanted Jean to try them. I've had them many, many times, and they are really good. So if you want something that's very nutritious, you might as well make use of the beet greens also in stems and not throw them out, because they are loaded with a lot of nutrition as well. Thank you, everyone, for watching.